This is Kim with Geauga Firearms Academy. If you've been like me, you see unlimited ads by this company VNSH holsters. So I thought I would check them out and see if, they're really as good as they say they are. And I thought, what better idea than to take this one and compare it to the Enigma. So let's get into what these are, how they work, and which each holster is for. Both of these holsters are men's so that you can wear them with or without a belt. So they're more like a belly band type of holster system. This one is made of like yoga pant material, so it is very comfortable as far as the band goes. And then the inside is where the holster part is made out of Cordura. It does come with a retention strap that is magnetic and it can be removed. So in just a minute here, we're going to get closer and look at that. I have to say it's very comfortable and it is really well made. You can see that it's holding up quite nicely. I wore it about like 2 weeks, so it said that it's supposed to be anti-stink material, but I didn't have that issue so far. All the seams are nice, everything's holding together really well. A few things we're going to go over here in a minute why I'm not such a fan of it, but let's just look at how it works. So you would put your gun in here. It says it fits 99% of modern handguns, so that's nice. If you carry different guns or different configurations, it's nice for that. It also has 2 pouches here, so you can add extra magazines. And here's that retention strap. It is magnetic, so it's supposed to be easy to break away. It comes in 2 sizes, regular, which I believe fits up to 68 inches, and then they have extra large, and they even have extenders, so if you need it to be bigger, you can. Going back to this thumb retention, just something to think about. I'm going to put it on here in a moment so it'll make more sense, but if you did remove this, one of the advantages of keeping it on is it'll help you put the firearm in there safely. This holster wouldn't be my top choice, and it's not something I'm going to continue to use because it doesn't meet my 2 criteria, which is number 1, I like all my holsters to stay open on their own. So for example, here's one. When there's no firearm inside, it stays open so that when I'm putting it away and when I'm putting it in the holster, I'm not pressing against my body, trying to put it in there safely. I carry around in the chamber and I don't want any accidents happening. So to me, that's really important. And then number 2, I like a full solid trigger guard. All of my holsters that I use all the time are specifically made for the firearm itself. I know it's nice and convenient to be able to have a holster that fits lots of different firearms, but I think it's worth it, especially if something you're going to carry every day, to get to something that fits your firearm specifically to make it as safe as possible. One of the advantages that you do have with the VNSH holster is that you can wear it in any position you like. So unlike the Enigma where you're stuck wearing appendix, I mean you can change the location, but it can only be worn on the front of your body. It's not designed to be carried where you can carry in the 3:30, 4 o'clock position. It's only designed that way. So you do have that where if you normally carry 4 o'clock, you can continue to carry in that position. But for this review, I'm going to keep it up here in the front. And also in just a moment, I'm going to put the same gun on with the 2 different holsters. And you're going to see the difference in how it conceals. So I'll keep it so it stays consistent in the same area. Whichever holster you choose to use, if you're going to carry appendix, we always make the joke in class where they do the pelvic thrusts forward. It might look a little funny, but just for safety reasons. So I'm going to go ahead, and this is where I was talking about where the retention strap would come in handy, because now you can use it to try to open it, which it kind of helps a little bit. If you didn't have that, you'd really have to kind of muzzle it against your body, which I'm not a big fan of. So there you have it on. We're going to use this retention strap to pull it forward. And it's a magnetic closure. So let's see how well it conceals. Now let's look at it compared to the Enigma, a very, very popular carry holster right now. A lot of people are really into it, and I can see why, so let's talk about that. So how this works is it's a band that goes around your body, and it holds the holster, so the holster is specifically made for your firearm. You can buy, this is one of the holsters that they had, or you can attach it. It does work with a lot of other holsters, so if you already had a Kydex holster you wanted to use it with, you can. They also added a leg leash, so as you're drawing from the holster, it stays in place. And just in case you're wondering, today in the video, I'm carrying my 365 XL, and I do have an optic on it, so that does add a little bit more to it, so let's check it out. You can see this is a lot easier to holster because it stays open on its own, so I don't have to press it against my body. Now I have it on concealed. This by far feels much more comfortable and it holds it a lot more closely to your body. I can wear things with this holster that I could never wear before because it's so good at keeping it really close to your body, and I'll show you why. Why it does such a good job is because it has this wing inside. So when you put your gun in there, it makes the grip angle more towards your body instead of coming out more this way. So it holds it really, really close to you. You can change where it sits. So if, depending on your body type or the type of clothes that you're gonna wear, you can wear it higher or lower, more to one side or another. They have a Facebook group where they give a lot of advice. So if you had questions about how to make it conceal even better, they can help you out there, or for comfort. And you wearing it all day, they have a lot of advice for that too. Let's talk about the advantages of the Enigma. So I already mentioned that it is very good at concealing. I'm gonna put some pictures up here so you can see how well I concealed in different outfits. So it does a really good job at that. It's also nice because it's very safe. I like the fact that it stays open all the time. I love the fact that it has a real trigger guard and it has that nice retention because it's built for this specific gun. They also have a no hassle warranty, which I think is great. It shows that they really stand by their products, whereas the VNSH holster we're gonna get to here in just a moment, you have to pay, I think it was like $10 if you wanted a warranty. So I don't know, that's kind of weird. Like, if you believe in your product, you should just have a warranty that comes with it. Let's talk about the negatives about the Enigma. Number one is the price point. They start at $154. And by the way, I bought both of these with my hard-earned money because I wanted to give you guys an honest review. And I knew that I was gonna have some pros and some cons, and I don't like to get products and feel like I can't say negative things about them. They're both, I guess they have markets for different people. So if you want to really deeply conceal and you are comfortable carrying appendix and you're okay with that price point, this is a great holster. I think that, I always said this in my last video, I feel like for that price point that the material that they use is really cheap. Like this band, for example, and this leg leash, and they do in their Facebook group will say, well, you can upgrade this and upgrade that. But if you did all the upgrades that they mentioned, you're gonna end up spending a whole lot of money for this holster, which if you're gonna carry every day, I guess it's worth it, but it's a lot of money to start, if you wanna use this carry system. Let's talk now about the VNSH holster. If you want to decide where you want to carry, maybe you're a 4 o'clock, that's how you normally carry, you want to keep that consistency. It is a little bit, it's a lot bulkier, I will have to say, than the Enigma, but it's very comfortable. So if you're okay with that extra bulk, and that works for you, great. If you change which firearm you carry all the time, this might be an option for you. One thing the VNSH holster has on the Enigma is the price point. This one ran about $90, so it was cheaper. It's still pretty expensive though for a carry system. The other thing is when I was checking out, it felt really like cheap and salesperson-y, like a used car salesman with a lot of gimmicks like, buy a second one now, or do you want to get a magnet? If you don't buy it now, you have to buy it at full price. It's like, nobody falls for that anymore. So it was very gimmicky and cheap. To wrap it up, this VNSH holster is not for me. Maybe it is for you. I'll put links below. Maybe you want to have something if you wear, basketball shorts, or you work out a lot, or you just want something, you can check them out. I'll also put links for the Enigma if you're interested in that. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please give me a like, a share, a thumbs up. We'd love to hear from you guys. You can, of course, make sure you're following us here on YouTube. We're on Rumble, we're on Facebook, Instagram, and we put all of our premium content on Patreon. Until next time, remember, it's always better to be judged by 12 than carried by 6.